Hi everyone. Good morning, good evening. Vitali this side.
Again. Yeah, the stage is all yours.
Okay. Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. Let me start with clapping. And energy is very low, so let's keep clapping for 30 seconds. Uh, Now I want to welcome everyone to Toastmaster 30-second meeting. And here we mm, uh, in this meeting we are here to enhance our communication skills. So and there is three rules uh, which we have to follow to conduct a good meeting. The first rule is we have to turn off or keep silent our phone. For that task, I am giving you 30 seconds. I hope that's done. And the second rule is we will not cross talk while anybody is speaking, and we will not leave our we will not leave our seats and while anybody is speaking unless there is any emergency. And the third rule is for online audience, kindly keep your mic mute when you are not speaking, and when you are leaving the room, kindly turn off your camera also. And for online audience, kindly don't cross talk. And here we are here for a common mission, which is Toastmaster mission. Here we Toastmaster International. Here we are. Our mission is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in a greater self-confidence and personal growth. Now I am requesting to our president to take over this first stage.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rupa, for starting the meeting on time. I welcome you all to our Toastmasters meeting. Let's have a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, I was recently reading an article. It was written that today, in corporate life and in personal life, the greatest fear people still have the public speaking. Strange, nah? One thing I also read about this, that there was a survey which was done. It was found that people fear more about public speaking than going to a dentist. You know why? Because when you are going to the dentist, if you are not speaking anything, then dentist will believe that you are a good patient. But if you are in a corporate meeting or you have to deliver a speech, if you're not speaking, people will think that you are not good enough, or they will start judging you. This happens in our life. So Toastmasters is the supportive environment where you can grow your public speaking and leadership skills. And in Toastmasters, if I talk about, like, people might think that public speaking is pretty hard, but it is not. You only need two things to develop your communication skills of public speaking. Number one is supporting environment, where people are not judging you when you are making mistakes. Suppose you forget the sentence in your speech, and somebody is not laughing you, but they can laugh on your jokes at least. The second thing, I believe that you must have to take actions to develop your communication skills or leadership skill or maybe public speaking. It is like same like learning a new language. You might learn vocabulary, you might learn whole grammar, memorize thousands of words. Everything is in your mind. You might watch movies, read subtitles, and you can understand everything. But until you speak, you cannot grow in your speaking ability. Same here happens in public speaking, and this is the place where you can grow your public speaking and your leadership skills. So when I came and joined the Toastmasters, the first day, like I came here as a guest, I was full of fears about how to speak, what to speak. And then somebody said, "Can you please introduce yourself?" I came on the stage, I talked about who am I, and this gave me confidence. And then later on, I started taking more meetings. So I can see like there are one guest in this meeting. I will ask him to come on the stage and please introduce yourself so that we can know you better. Sorry, what's your name?
Aradhya.
So I'll hand over the stage to guest Aradhya.
Thank you. Thank you, President. My name is Aradhya Sharma. I am born and brought up in Delhi itself. I am a management consultant by profession. I work with Alvaz and Marcel, where I am currently deployed in the telecom, media, and technology practice. I live here in Gurgaon itself, and I have over 7 years of experience, predominantly into management consulting. So my primary objective of joining Toastmaster is to be better at stage related communication, and as well as giving a speech to mass number of people. So I've done a lot of in room, in board kind of presentations, but I think when it comes to addressing a larger audience, that is something that I want to be well prepared for the next course of my journey in my corporate career as well. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you, guest Aradhya. And yes, you are at the right place. Let me see if there's anybody online. I think there's no online guest. All right, for guest, I have only one instruction that you can sit back, relax, just observe the meeting, see what is happening, learn from the meeting, and yes, that's all. With that, once again, I welcome you all, and I would like to hand over the stage to our team word of the day, Toastmaster Shivam. Over to you, Toastmaster Shivam.
Thank you, presiding officer, and a very warm morning to my dear friends. Before we begin with this session, I have a small question for you. What comes to your mind when you see this? What thoughts arise? Anybody would like to take this opportunity and present their ideas? Yes, Vibhanshu.
Change is something which happens to individual. Like I'm trying to change something inside of me. Replace is something like I'm trying to remove one thing and I'm trying to add something. That is replacement.
Okay, yeah, pretty much a philosophical take on this. I'll just guide you guys through. Can you relate it to the current scenario in the market or something like that? And then what thoughts come?
Government, mart that is happening. So should we replace it or should we, change?
I
this
must
education system?
say, Stuti, you're very well aware. But let's just be apolitical for now and think about in the professional environment, in the market.
AI.
AI.
That AI is replacing us.
Great, Namrata. And yes, in this new era, of transitioning to accept AI, it becomes important for us to know what is going on in the market, whether we should tackle AI, learn about it, or just leave everything behind and accept our fate. The answer to this question is not a straight away like blah 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 or something like that, or not a straight away path, and so is life. So to make this session more interesting, I have divided this session into me answering 3 questions. First, what's going on? Second, what had happened? And third, what's to come? But before we come to that, allow me to tell you about how a typical Toastmaster meeting goes. It is divided into 3 sections. First, the prepared speech section, where members get an opportunity to work on their project and present it in front of the physical and the virtual audience. Second comes the most interesting part, that is the impromptu section, where not only members but guests are welcome to take the stage and present their thoughts on a random impromptu topic. Third is the evaluation, the most important section, where we get to know our areas of improvement and where we went well. But I'm not the right person to tell you more about it. So the right person is the general evaluator. So I would like to call upon the general evaluator, Toastmaster Durva, to take over the stage. Toastmaster Durva, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shivam, for the warm introduction. So good morning, everybody. Let me start with this thought. Have you ever been driving someplace new, very confidently moving in a direction, and then you realize that you've taken a wrong turn? Happens with the best of us. We're still moving forward, the destination is still set, but every single kilometer that we now travel is taking us further away from our destination. And then there comes a voice, the voice of the GPS, who says, recalculating the route. It does not judge you for taking the wrong turn. It does not ask you to start your journey all over again. It simply understands where you are and suggests a better alternative path. Isn't that just what we all need, not on the road, but also in our lives as well? We are all in our daily struggles navigating through our journeys, deadlines, dreams, moving ahead. And from the outside, it may seem like we're making progress. But then we wonder, why am I stuck when I'm putting in so much effort? The answer is not always hard work. Sometimes all we need is better feedback. Because growth starts the day we decide to readjust the direction when needed. That, for me, is the true purpose of evaluation. As your general evaluator today, I will act as the GPS for this meeting. My role is to observe the meeting as the whole, the transitions, the roles, and every single moment that will make this meeting special. And just like a GPS depends on its reliable data, I have my excellent evaluation tag team to help me out through this journey today. So let me start by calling upon the stage the timer of the day, guest Aradhya, to talk about the structure of the timing report. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Durva. All right. So, hello everyone. I'll be playing the role. I'm a guest turned timer, so I'll be playing the role of the timer. So our meeting is divided into three parts. One is the prepared speech section, which has a time limit of 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will be showing the green card or the green sign. At 6 minutes, I'll be showing the yellow sign. And at 7 minutes, I'm going to show in the red card or red sign. So once I show this sign, it's time for you to wrap up in the next 30 seconds. In the next section, which is the general evaluation section, the time limit is from 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'm going to show the green sign. At 2.5 minutes, I'm going to show the yellow sign. And at 3 minutes, I'm going to show the red sign. And for the last section, which is the table topics, the time limit is 1 to 2 minutes, where again, at 1 minute, I'll be showing the green sign. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I'm going to show the yellow sign. And at 2 minutes, I'm going to show the red sign. So as and when I show the red sign, it's time for you to close within the next 30 seconds. So thank you so much and all the best for all speakers.
Thank you, guest Aradhya. A very well explained role. Next up, let's welcome on the stage the grammarian for the day, Toastmaster Yudhan, who will be evaluating our language usage for this meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Zurba. Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, as grammarian, my role today is to listen carefully to all speakers and note the usage of their language. I'll be noting some not so good use of language as well as what went well, like any idioms or phrases used which caught my attention and caught my eye. As grammarian, it is also my responsibility to introduce the word of the day and the idiom of the day. The word of the day is perseverance, which means determined effort to strive towards achieving a goal, even in adversity. For an example, I would say the startup's perseverance, despite early setbacks, eventually earned the trust of investors and customers. And the idiom of the day is wipe the slate clean, which means that starting afresh and starting with something with a new and renewed energy. As an example, sometimes the best way to grow is to wipe the slate clean and begin again with a fresh perspective. At the end of this report, I'll be presenting the grammarian's report when called upon. Thank you so much.
Toastmaster Yudhan, you set up the context really well. Now, let's welcome on the stage our counter for the day, Toastmaster Komal, who will keep a check and track on our filler words in this meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Komal.
Thank you. A very good morning, fellow Toastmaster and dear guest. As an R counter, I'll observe all the speakers and role takers very attentively, and I will note down the filler words and unnecessary sounds like like, or any kind of repetition. At the end of the meeting, I'll present my report, and that will help you to improve your speech, your fluency, and impact of your speech. So thank you so much, and I'll come at the end of the meeting. So now I will hand over the stage to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Dhruva. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Komal, for your well-structured explanation. Finally, let's now welcome the active listener, or as I would like to say, the quiz master for the day, Toastmaster Gitanjali, who will make sure that we all are actually listening and, as our teachers used to say, not just sleeping with our eyes open. So over to you, Toastmaster Gitanjali.
Thank you, Durga, for the warm welcome. Hi, everyone. Good morning, good evening. So my role is basically to keep watch on every one of you so that just checking whether all of you are attentive about every speeches and every the prompt, and whatever comes up, I'll see in the end, I'll ask some few questions at the end of the meeting and just check in that everyone was attentive and listening to the each and every speech. And so it will be, my role is just to check in and see everyone is not sleeping or keep their eyes and ears open every time. So see you at the end of the meeting. Thank you. Over to you, Dhruva.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gitanjali. Looking forward to your evaluation. Therefore, to sum up, we all will be taking notes throughout the meeting and will present our individual reports at the very end. The purpose is to actually celebrate your victories and strengths and identify areas of opportunity and growth. Because isn't that what Toastmasters is all about? Keeping up the perseverance. So, with that, I would like to call upon the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shivam, back on the stage. Thank you.
Thank you, the general evaluator, for the concise description of our role. I hope we don't lose our track, and because we don't have any Google Maps over here guiding us, telling us that we are gonna go that. Okay, we'll try to be in the streamlined flow we have decided to. Now let's address the very first question. That is, what's going on? With the advent of large language models, the impact of artificial intelligence into our lives has changed drastically, which earlier was a little bit more like the AI tools has very limited capacity very limited capability, and they could replicate only certain human intelligence parameters. But now they can do it at scale, and I believe they are pretty much great at it. Let me show you a small demonstration of how these models are performing. I'll share my screen, so bear with me. I cannot able to find the option, I believe.
Sharing screen.
Yeah. Can anybody guide me over here?
Yes.
Okay, I got it. I need to... Yeah, I got it. I hope my screen is visible to the virtual audience. So this is something yeah, thank you for the confirmation. So as you can see, this is something I generated from the ChatGPT model. I gave the prompt, and as you can see, it seems professional. It basically, let me just move this up a little bit. Yeah. So it seems very much professional, seems like some sort of a graphic artist or designer has developed it. And not only this, but based on my past experience working with AI, it is okay to say it's not able to. How do we? What do you? I want to full screen it. Green. Okay. We're having some technical problem, and it's not expected from technical guys. Apologies for that. So, as I was saying, with this and my past experience working around AI, we can say that AI can code, it can make presentation, it can make documentation, it can even do language translation, it can make observe the meeting and make bullet points out of it. So yeah, AI can do a couple of things and way better than us, right? And that is the major reason why everyone is talking about and integrating AI into their daily routine. It is also the fact that it can do a lot of stuff and pretty faster than us. So yeah, to some extent, it's a common thought that comes to our mind that whether it's gonna replace us. Well, let me just not make you afraid thinking about the future. So let's bring some fun to it. Let's start with the prepared speech section. So for that, I have our two speakers present in the virtual setup. So I'll like to call upon the first speaker, that is Toastmaster Stuti. But before that, wait. I would like to call upon her evaluator, that is Toastmaster Sachin, to describe what project she is on and what's the agenda. So without much further ado, allow me to call upon the evaluator of Toastmaster Stuti, Toastmaster Sachin. Toastmaster Sachin, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day.
Welcome.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. Today, I'm getting a privilege to evaluate Toastmaster Stuti. So, she's on a Toastmasters pathway, and her topic is the obedient path.
Obedience trap.
Obedience trap. Sorry. Apologies for that. So, I would like to welcome Stuti over the stage. So, Stuti.
Minor change. I'll call her with the name. I'll call her with the project name. You just have to describe the project.
Actually, I do not have the project details.
No. Okay, I'll just thank you, Toastmaster Sachin, for the brief introduction of Toastmasters to this project. So now, without much further ado, allow me to call upon Toastmaster Stuti. Toastmaster Stuti, the obedience trap. Toastmaster Stuti, the obedience trap. The stage is all yours. Over to you.
Be home by 7. I said yes. Always smile when relatives comes to your home. I say yes. Eat whatever is there on your plate. I say yes. And if someone in the family needs your help, say yes.
I say yes to all of it. And from the longest time, I believe I was becoming the good child. But I was wrong. I was becoming the obedient one. I grew up as a girl in the middle class family. If any one of you have grew that way, you would have known there's a particular kind of training comes with it. You learn from your family, you learn from your relatives, you learn from your friends. And whatever you learn does not come to you as advice. It comes to you as a rules with a reward attached of being good. So I did all of it. I came home before 7. I always smile when relative comes to home whom I barely knew. I eat whatever is there it was on a plate, and I always ready for a help if someone in the family needs my help. And not once I asked the question why. It is not because I didn't had the questions. I had plenty of them, but when the compliance get attached to the reward, your curiosity goes to sleep. Now the real challenge began. When I step into the real world, nobody gonna hand you the rule book of what is good or what is bad. Or nobody gonna stand beside you or telling this is should be you have to do and this you cannot do because the good people didn't do this. Then I remember that feeling. I became blank and I froze. Not because I wasn't intelligent, not because I didn't care, but from the longest time I was training a wrong muscle. The muscle of obedience, whereas the muscle of judgment didn't train. Now, whom to trust? In the any contract, what is you have to do, what is not you have to do. This was a struggle. Now, the one of the recent incident that I can recall right now is that when I step into the college, I was told by my parents, come home by 7. But in the college where you are with your friends, your life started after 7. You go to dinner, you go to the life events, you hang out with your friends, and many more. And from the longest time, I was in a guilt that I was doing the wrong thing. Until I realized, and I was in a fear, what if my parents video called me when I was outside? Until I realized that it is something that they want to teach me is wherever you are going, you have to be safe. And until I told them, wherever I'm going, I will ensure that I will be safe. Now, I understand the difference between being obedient and being the good. Obedience say you have to follow because rule is the rule, and being the good, you have to decide which decision you want to take. Sometimes you go with the same path, sometimes you don't, according to by understanding what's the why mechanism behind it. Now, what I did to overcome this is I started writing a diary. A diary where I would not log the daily events, but I would log what is the thing. If I'm saying right to something, was it I'm saying because of a discomfort of saying no, or just I was trained to say yes? And this really helped me in the long run. I would ask the question into the myself until nobody had asked for me. So now, in the world, if in any quiet conversations, any meetings, you can also understand that you have to know the why behind every decision you are taking, because the world did not demand the obedient version of you. It demands the thinking version of yourself.
Thank you, Toastmasters Stuti. We'll just have 1 minute of silence so that we can present our feedback to Stuti via the group. Timer, please let us know when 1 minute is over.
इसी चलो नहीं लग रहा ना।
We share feedback on members group with the guests.
Any group.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Timer, for the confirmation. I must say, Stuti, you have delivered a very great message. That is to not just follow instructions, but to question. And to question is what we are doing. So moving forward with the next speaker, that is Toastmaster Sachin. But before calling him, I would like to call upon his evaluator, and that is second Toastmaster Namrata, I believe. Yeah. So Namrata, Toastmaster Namrata, the stage is all yours. Over to you.
A long way to the stage.
No issues. We have ample of time for you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. A very good morning, everybody, Toastmasters and dear guests. So today I have the pleasure of evaluating Toastmaster Sachin's speech. He will be delivering a level 1 speech with a purpose titled Worthy. So as an evaluator, I will be listening very carefully and appreciate what worked well and also offer constructive criticism for areas of improvement. And needless to say, I'll be paying attention to the structure, to your content, to your vocal variety, to the delivery and the overall impact you create. So looking forward to it. All the best. And I can't wait to evaluate you. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. Thank you, evaluator. So now allow me to call upon Toastmaster Sachin. Toastmaster Sachin, worthy. Toastmaster Sachin, worthy. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good morning once again, Toastmasters.
Morning.
I would like to start my speech with a question. How many of you have negotiated your salary before accepting any offer? I believe 60% of the audience, right? Now let me ask you a different question. How many of you have evaluated your worth before accepting your offer? Any of you? I mean, these two things are completely different. Salary is a budget, what the company pays for that position. You can evaluate from Indeed, LinkedIn, Glassdoor to have that budget. And worth is something which the value you can create to the company. Let's take a scenario that you are going for an interview for a high paying job and you realize that you are going to clear that. You start believing that you are a high worthy person. But in the last round, unfortunately, HR says that the position goes on hold. We will give you the feedback later. You start doubting your worth. This is not your worth got changed, your potential got changed. It's just like the company's perspective got changed. And it varies from company to company. In a last meeting, one of the fellow Toastmaster were talking about seeds. He was talking about how his seed has a great potential to become the tree, become a beautiful flower, or even become a whole forest. That potential exists in that seed. After listening to his speech, very inspirational speech, one of our fellow Toastmaster given, I realized that every human being have that seed inside him. And that seed will be discovered when an individual discovers its purpose. I heard from somewhere that Gautam Siddhartha become enlightened at age of 31. It was not because he simultaneously become wise on that day. On that day, he become wise because he discovered his purpose. So it concludes that our potential can be discovered by the purpose. I have a story for you, my real life story. During the COVID time, there's a lot of negative news. Whenever we are seeing our WhatsApp status, it's all about job freezing, job layoff, oxygen cylinders. You all aware of that, right? Then on a LinkedIn, one lady, she might be around 35 years old, approached me for any job opening or for any job referral. She was in a financial difficulty at that time. She must be around 35 years old, and I genuinely wanted to help her for the job referral. But unfortunately, at that moment, I did not had anything for her. But the inner voice told me that, if you can't refer her, why not you create an opportunity for her? So I sat with her. I discussed her strength, her skills, her experience, and come up with a great plan, which gives the birth of my first startup, which is MaxRoy. That startup where I do not have any experience of. I just studied the market and I realized that this startup has a great potential. I still remember the words of that lady. She said to me that, we do not have any experience. How we are going to do that? I told her vision that this is going to go in this way. But she was that, we do not have any experience how we're going to achieve that vision. I told her that, don't take stress. I will hire you at 20,000 salary as a fixed. And whatever the loss it will be, the loss will be mine. And if there is a profit, we will share the success together at 50-50%. I started working on acquisition of clients. She started working on the executions part. 3 months, there was no client. But still, we are very much motivated because I trust my vision. And after 3 months, one software development client come to me. And we pitched our client purpose, how we are going to deliver our project to him, how we solved the challenges what the client was facing at that moment. And he given us a project of 22 lakh rupees. It gives us a profit of 5 lakhs. And when I paid the 50%, which is 2,50,000 to her, I still remember her eyes were full of glad. And she was just saying that, this is what you are saying at the first day. And now after 3 months, we have achieved that. I believed at that time that we are not building the startup, even the startup building us. Startup is building the courage inside me. And that moment I realized that I'm much more worthy than what my salary and what my position consider me. I know whatever the things I do not know before getting into the startup. And now I can do, which I believe I can do. One employees become two employees become 10. And later on, acquisitions happen for various clients. And all that thing happened very well. So whosoever now ask me how you consider as a worthy man, or how you evaluate whether any person is worthy or not, I just tell them that don't focus on the position what you are holding right now. Don't focus on the salary what you are getting right now. You have a seed inside us with a great potential to become a forest. And when the seed get the purpose, it will flourish like anything. So before moving back from this room, I would like to tell everybody to think and evaluate the seed inside us and understand your worthiness, live a life, not just live a life, and live a life with a purpose so that it creates an opportunity for others as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sachin, for such a thought-provoking speech. The most important thing matters for anyone is the self-worth, and that you have described in a very, very beautiful manner. We'll have 1 minute of silence where we'll present our feedback and thoughts about Toastmaster Sachin's speeches on the guest group. Timer, please note that. Thank you. Thank you, Timer, for the confirmation. Now it's time to address the second question. What had happened? For this, we need to explore and backtrack the pages of history. That is the Industrial Revolution. We, as a mankind has experienced 3 industrial revolution, and that has transformed our lives in a very, very significant manner. We'll take the first industrial revolution. Mostly spearheaded by steam engines and its further development. Before steam engines, the market was more like based on handmade products. There was no cities. There was no means of transportation. With the advent of steam engines and its further improvements, factories began to set up. People started traveling to city for employment. Urbanization was observed. Industrialization was at another level. The lives of the people was changed completely. People started traveling to the city to get jobs. Job market has emerged. There were various jobs out there. Then, talking about Industrial Revolution 2, mostly spearheaded by oil and electricity. With advancement in steam engines, things that earlier used to take months could now be produced in hours. But with the advent of oil and electricity, things that earlier used to take days could now be done in hours. This transformed the lives of people. Just think, without electricity, how can we survive? At that time, there was some change in the job market. Some people lost their job, but they were replaced by more specialized jobs, and the living standard of the people was changed. Now comes the third industrial revolution, mostly spearheaded by computers. Well, to be honest, I cannot say I can live without computers. I believe this meeting cannot be conducted without this hybrid setup, the computers we have. And even my job is also created because of the revolution of and the advent of computers. So we basically agree that, yeah, computers have transformed our lives. But people during this revolution thought that computers are gonna replace us. But the opposite happened. New jobs emerge in the market, and the lives of people have transformed. Now, this is just a thought. About the fourth industrial revolution. Is it going to be AI?
Yeah.
And one question. Thank you, Toastmaster Rupal. I, to some extent, believe so. But before that, I have one small interesting question for you. What was common in all these three industrial revolutions that mankind had experienced? What was the pattern?
Change.
One at a time, please. I know we have a lot of thoughts on that. You can raise your hand and I'll just come to you. Yes, Toastmaster Stuti.
They all solve the problem and
Yes.
the much needed change that can help the human and revolve around it.
Yes, yes. Very well said. Some more thoughts on it? Yes, Toastmaster Rupa.
Improve speed and some layoffs and specialized jobs.
Very well said. Sachin would like to add some thoughts, please.
Yeah. So in every industry revolution, everybody thought that they will be replaced, but every time there is a great change happen.
Very well said, Toastmaster Sachin. Anybody would like to add some thought? I believe Dubra would like to add. Namrata, sorry, pardon me there. Namrata would like to add some thoughts.
So I think in each of these revolution, people were the force behind it. And people, like Sachin has said, that everybody took up the transformation on themselves, right? So I think even in AI, it's at the end of the day, it's people sitting and driving.
Right. Very well said, Toastmaster Namrata. So, in a sum up, we can say that it is more like life was going on, people were having fun, and an industrial revolution happened, everything changed. People accepted the change and relished great moments. And that brings me to my third question. Let's wait. I believe the momentum of this meeting has already increased. Let's take it to another level. We are going to start with the table topics section. So for that, I would like to call upon, just like the presiding officer have mentioned, we are going to take a 5 minutes break, just revitalize ourselves, grab some coffee, grab some snacks, and we'll be back in 5 minutes. So here we are back, and as I was saying, this is time for the table topic section. Allow me to call upon the table topics master for the day, that is Toastmaster Rupa. So Toastmaster Rupa, the stage is all yours.
Today, I am the Toastmaster, table topic master, and today I am just giving topics on personal life, personal and professional life experiences, and there is no right and wrong in your speech. You can speak your experience, and somebody gain experiences. Somebody gain good like a lesson from your speech, and there is no perfect speech. Just speak from your heart. That is the motive of table topic only. And I'm just starting the table topic session. So who will be the first speaker?
Any volunteer?
Online as well. Ethan.
Okay.
To you,
Himanshu.
up to you, my side.
Welcome, Himanshu. Your topic is who is the best speaker you ever met up to now, and what qualities you like? Because for that reason, you are saying he or she is the best speaker.
Well, according to me, according to me, I think the best speaker that I have heard, I would like to pinpoint one of the members from this club itself. So his name is Ashish. He is not currently the member here, but he used to be. When I joined when I joined in this club in the month of March, um, I heard him couple of times giving speeches, and also when he was playing some role in as a member here. And what really attracted me and what really encapsulated me was the way that he delivered the speech. He was jovial in his delivery. He was able to hook the audience. Whenever he used to say something impactful, he used to be present closer to the audience so that it could reach and deliver better. The way that he narrated the story, how he shared his experiences, was something which motivated me and made me realize that it's something that I also want to do. And that's why I joined this club. So, but later on, he moved to some different country and now he's not currently a member here. But his speeches and the roles that he played has left a deep impact on me and how a person can become a good storyteller. So, yeah, I think Ashish is the one. So, I'm not in touch with him, but I would really believe that someday I could be at his level. So, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah, I have. Like you can give anybody the reference. No need not necessary like anybody Toastmaster here only. In personal life, professional life, anybody you can give in coming topics. So who is the next speaker? Gitanjali. From online audience, Gitanjali.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi.
For Gitanjali, the topic for you is up to now, you have met many people and you communicate with them but up to now, who is the active listener you ever met? And what's the qualities because of that reason you like he or she is the good speaker, active listener. He or she is the active listener.
Okay. Thank you, Rupa, for this topic. According to me, I won't specifically name the person because it's not one person. There are many folks who are, taking the lead for this Toastmaster Club and, taking the seeing everything whatever person is doing right or where they need the feedback, so where they need the more reflection on some of their working. So I think each and everyone is taking the perseverance role in their work whatever they are doing, and they are actively listening every person. However, when it comes to me, like when it comes asked like what is the main qualities for the person to be called as an active listener. So active listener means to understand what exactly this person is saying, not just listening to their words or like okay, this person said this topic. Okay, fine. What's the meaning of that? How it is relatable to my personal life? How it is relatable to my respective profession or in this situation. So according to me, that is kind of active listening. We there are many people who we try to communicate, who we try to say things, but they don't understand the context out of the things. But for me, active listening is like have the context to be ready and to be understood what exactly person is saying and how they are saying and what's my possible response according to my situation. So that's what I thought about the active listening, and that's my take on. But I respect each and every person who is taking part in this uh, Toastmaster club and actively, doing their job very well. So that's it.
Thank you, Gitanjali. Now we are moving to next speaker who want to volunteer. Stuti. Now we have to welcome Stuti. Hi, hello, Stuti. Like, I want to ask from how long you are in this club?
Me,
Yes.
it's been more than 6 months and less than 1 year.
Okay, like you are more approx 1 year. So your table topic is who is the person you see is growing from the day he or she come and the current day. The best, like whose growth is more than other person. The stage is yours.
Thank you for the topic. I believe growth is something very personal, and every individual is coming from the different background, from the different experience, and all of us are here to learn. So I cannot categorize whose growth is more, but I can say every individual is growing in his or her own way. And that's something is a safe space for learning. Everybody spending their Saturday coming here instead of sleeping or instead of random scrolling their phone, they are coming here itself is a sign that they want to grow. So it's a big thing, and we all of us are doing, and everybody is growing together. And any club will run if everybody will start taking the initiative, and everybody will grow together. So this is thank you.
Thank you, students.
Online as well.
Now I would like to invite Komal. Your table topic is when you realize your communication skill is as important as your technical skill in your office. I repeat, when you realize your communication skill is as important as your technical skill in your office.
Yes,
No.
thank you so much. I realized after working for around 1 year in corporate world, I realized that whenever I was facing like our seniors and our managers meeting and all, I realized that I would not able to put across my thoughts in front of them clearly, whatever I wanted to say. At that time, I realized that I need to work on myself. Apart from that, I was also preparing for interviews. At that time, I realized that whatever I have learned, I have a technical skills, but I would not able to clearly express and articulate my thought in words. So at that time I realized that I have to find some place where I can learn and I can practice. And that's how I come across Toastmasters. So it was one of the uh, best place that I have found, and I'm very grateful about it. And since then, I feel that it is one of the safest place where we can come, learn, and speak from heart. Earlier, I was afraid of sharing my thoughts. My own experience, but now I can speak freely without thinking a second thought that what other people think about me, and it has a very positive and great impact in my personal life as well. I started thinking very positively about things. When I face challenges, I tackle with positive thought, and with perseverance I uh, go ahead and grow in my life. So I feel that it has a very great impact in our life. And the time when you realize that you have a some you would not able to share your thought clearly, you have to just take one step ahead and find your group where you can practice. That's all from my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Komal. Now, who is the next?
Yes, Dipesh is
Yeah, guest Dipesh.
I think an offline guest must go before me, right?
No issues.
All right. I'm privileged one.
Okay. Yeah, your topic is what is the one failure in your life which make you a better human being?
Could you please repeat that?
Yeah, what is the one failure in your personal or professional life which make you a better human being, better person?
I think it's not a particular failure in my life. It's the series of failures. I've only seen failures in my life. I've never seen tasted success. Rarely I've tasted success. So I'm dire need of success. I'm working hard for it. But let me tell you, it's not a particular failure. It's the series of failure which has developed something very profound in me, something which a lot of people don't understand. Somebody who has come from privileges or somebody who has it easy, always had it easy, is resilience. I developed resilience, to be very honest. The ability to not give up despite of series of failures I've seen in my life. And it saddens me a lot when I see youngsters, teenagers in quota hanging from the ceiling fans, like committing suicide just because they didn't make it to JE or they are not able to clear NEET. And I've seen a lot of people after heartbreaks destroying their lives. So I think multitude of failures, not just professionally, but in every walk of my life, has created something in me which is resilience. And I'm no more scared of unpleasant feelings. And it has somewhat made me courageous. So never be afraid of failures. Whatever failure you have, just every failure is a data point. And if you have failed somebody like me throughout your life, then you'll realize what I'm saying. So failure now becomes a data point rather than something to take personally, because there are a lot of things which are beyond our control. So failure has series of failures have taught me something which is resilience. Back to you, tabletop master.
Yeah, thank you, Dipesh. Yeah, everyone's face failure and then get success after loads of failures. Now, I would like to invite Aradhya. Welcome, Aradhya. Your topic is what is the best feedback you ever received from your manager or anybody senior, and you are not able to forget? Like, what in your full professional life, whatever the best feedback you received?
All right. So I think the recalling this particular feedback is very, very easy for me. because it hasn't come from something which is from my professional life, but it had come from my academic life per se. So I was taking a coaching from one of the institutes for CAT specifically, and had scored around 98 percentile. So if someone who has gone through that journey knows that, after we have the CAT cleared, we have multiple rounds of evaluations, which is GDs, PIs, and all of those stuff. So uh, the same institute where I took the coaching from, we went through multiple mock PIs, mock GDs, and that is a whole month-long preparation. So in one of the GDs, I remember there was the professor or my sir called Kumar Abhishek. So he owns one of the institutes called Tathagat, which is in Barakamba Road. And it was a GD which was around 3 to 7 minutes. And I was not able to speak much. I was giving, stage to uh, females who were talking because I did not want to sort of push them and, blunt them down and not let them speak. I was also letting other people speak, but I was trying to enter. And what he saw was that I was persevering to enter. I had those points written in, I had the structure, but I was not able to speak in that particular momentum. So what he gave very brutal feedback to a lot of people. And when it came to me, he said, Aradhya, I will not rate your performance because from what I understand that you are a very good human being. And for actually to succeed in corporate, you do not have to be a good manager, but you have to be a good human being. And I think your softer side, your side where you're actually letting other people speak at a cost that you might not go through an interview or a GD is something that sets you apart. So I think this is one of the things that I will never forget, and this means a lot to me. And I still am in touch with him, and go to him for any advice.
Thank you,
Thank
Arad. Who is the next speaker? Yeah, Dhruva.
you.
Welcome, Dhruva. I hope you are a fresher.
Yeah.
Like,
Sort of.
sort of.
Yeah.
So, before joining corporate, what do you imagine? And now, what you facing? The topic is yours. Compare.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rupa. So I would say that I was a college kid, dreamy enough to stay in North Campus, roam around the nights on the roads, thinking that one day life would escape me. And that one day came when I joined corporate. It is believed that corporate is meant to suck the life out of you. Did that do it to me? I believe it did not because I entered into a job environment that was primarily work from home. And for a person like me who actually needed real human interaction, because I do not go out, I do not interact with people generally in my daily life, I thought a regular work from home environment will set me back, will hold back my communication skills, will hold me back in a way where the level that I am on currently, I will only go down. But as we've already heard in today's meeting, that growth comes from within. Making connections is not always an easy task, especially in corporate. You cannot interact wholesomely with people through Teams meeting than you can in person. So I started visiting the office more frequently. And the monotony turned into pleasure. It turned into fun. And I started viewing the office days as the days where I would not work. I would just gossip and interact and roam around with people all day, play table tennis. That is all. And the work from home days were the days where I would actually sit down, look at my to dos, and complete my work. And I think that's the environment that corporate life has set for me. For me, my office is a place where I have grown a lot. For a person who does not go out that frequently, does not have a lot of friends in this corporate world of Gurgaon, I think office has given me that one safe space where I feel I truly belong. People look up to me, I look up to people. I enjoy going to office. That's a thing we hear rarely. But that is how the experience has been for me, especially as a college child who was pretty introverted. So I think I've grown personally, and entering into corporate is not the best decision of my life, but it is one of the better ones. Thank you. Thank you.
Now, who is next?
We have Abhijit and Abhijit. Abhijit is good.
Yeah. Abhijit, your topic is you are sitting in an office and near the window and raining outside. And you are in your imagination, you are enjoying outside. And and then your manager come and shout on you regarding the deadline, which is on today only. So who wins your manager or your imaginations? Just describe.
Thank you so much, Table Topic Master. Imaginations are just about temporary. You do not define it, you do not really achieve it. At times, when these kinds of situations arise, when you are at workplace and you're sneaking out of the window, just for the matter of fact that you see after a heavy, hot weather, there is downpours, there's heavy rain. It is very natural for any individual, be it an employee at work or person sitting at their respective houses, to sneak out of the window and enjoy that beautiful rain. Similar instances has happened in my life, not just once, but a number of times. And it so happened that I have got the opportunity to sneak out and see and enjoy the weather outside, the beautiful monsoon. But deadlines are something that are bound to be met. Eventually, a similar instance had happened this time as well, and I could completely relate to what has been asked to me. Beautiful rains downpouring outside of the house, out of the office premise, out office building, and I have been able to look out at and being a little distracted, not really focused on the kind of assignment that was being given to me, a deadline which I had to meet in the next few hours. This time, the only difference that happened is my manager coming up to me and not really making me feel aware that the deadline is approaching, but probably a different U turn. The climax still stands is my boss was also in a similar situation. He was also in a similar mindset. With the heavy workload and the pressure that we all were witnessing at work just to meet certain deadlines, the moment he saw me, initially he would have thought that I would not be able to meet the deadline. But then he sat down calmly and said, "Hey Abhijit, what exactly makes you feel so very connected with the nature outside, the beautiful weather?" And then he called the office boy to give us 2 cups of tea. And that's when the real fun started. We forgot the deadlines and we started sipping tea and enjoying the beautiful weather outside, even forgetting the deadlines that were coming knocking our door. I think this is one of the memories that I would cherish for quite a bit of a time. Thank you so much, David Topic Master.
Thank you, Abhijit. Yeah, good experience. And now I want to invite someone who is team lead or team lead. Otherwise, okay, we have another topic. Yeah, you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome. Your topic is sometime in some people life, their decision are dominated by others because of others communication skill, like we can say communication skill. So what's the reason the other people take a decision on because of dominance? What's going on their mind, or what's going on other person who is dominating that person going on their mind? You have to explain that.
I wasn't able to exactly grasp what
Okay.
you're.
Like in real life,
Yeah.
sometime somebody take decision because some other person is dominating that person.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So from what I understood and what I'll try to explain is, at times in our lives, there are moments where people who seem very dominant seem to prevail in life. It is something which is a common experience for a lot of people, and something which truly sometimes can be disheartening to the person who is not that dominant. I would say this brings into the fact what guest Aradhya mentioned as well. When you're in a GD and you're just trying to be cognizant of the fact that everyone should respect everyone and should give a chance to let the other person speak. That does not always happen. GD, in a job GD, I'm very sure all of you must have gone through that process, that exhausting process of being a know-it-all who just wants to speak, and that's the right way to go about it. That's what coaching institutions teach you, that you are there to basically save your, and I would not like to mention the word, but yeah. So I think a lot of time what happens is the dominance which prevails is because of the leadership which might be somewhat not that dominant or somewhat underconfident. A lot of times, confidence is confused with dominance, and that's where the two things intersect, and that's why we see a lot of dominant people prevailing. Because when you are confident and you have a sort of dominance, there is, for a person who is not that familiar with you, he might trust you with your confidence, and he might trust your skill set based on the level of confidence you portray. I might be having a very good vocabulary or a very good vocabulary or the speaking skills, but if I'm not confident enough to be on a stage and present my thoughts clearly, someone who is just who has a shorter vocabulary than me but can say the right things at the right time will prevail over me. So that's, I think, how the human psychology works, and that is something which I would wanted to share. Thank you so much for this topic.
Thank you. Now, table topic session is completed, and I am handing over the stage to Shivam. Welcome, Shivam.
Thank you. Thank you, Table Topics Master. You have really changed the environment of this meeting to another level. But let's try to re-navigate to the theme, and I believe it's time to answer the last question. And that, my dear friends, is going to be, what's to come? With AI becoming more capable, things that were earlier done manually could now be taken care of by it. Things such as presentation creation, documentation creation, communication emails, image editing, graphical content editing and designing, code creation, web research and development, facts checking, and the list is quite endless. And this, my dear friend, might lead to some jobs being fade away from the market, rapid AI adoption. But this is not the big picture. And that we're going to discuss after the evaluation. So this is time for the evaluation. For the evaluation, I would like to call upon our general evaluator back on stage. General evaluator, Toastmaster Durva. The stage is all yours. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shivam. What a fantastic and energetic session this truly has been. So, kudos to everyone who participated. But before I present my observations, I would like to invite the individual evaluators to present their respective reports. So, starting with Toastmaster Sachin, who will be evaluating the speech delivered by Toastmaster Stuti. Over to you, Toastmaster Sachin.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I would like to congratulate for delivering such a thought-provoking speech, which is the obedience trap. It is a topic that almost relate to everyone in the room. Stuti, let me begin with what you did exceptionally well. Your opening was strong and you immediately captured the attention of the members. The voice modulation was one of the highlight of the speech. You varied your tone naturally, which makes that the message is conveyed and it is aware to the whole to all the members. Second, your eye contact and audience awareness was excellent. When you're delivering your speech, your eye contact makes us realize that you are talking to us, not just delivering the speech. What I appreciate the most is how you connected the topic with a personal story. When you started that, how you overcome and how you started writing your diary, and then seeing how you overcome that habit of saying yes when your inner voice is saying no, specifically. The authenticity made your speech like relatable and believable. Now, every great speech has an opportunity to become even better. So, here are some recommendations which I wanted to tell you. There's just one recommendation which I wanted to tell you is about the stage movement. I understand that the stage was relatively small here and it makes it a little difficult to move around, but an intentional few steps from here and there make the awareness much more to the members, and the shift in the position during the key moments deliver the speech in much more impactful manner. Overall, Stuti, it was a meaningful topic with a great speech. I look forward to hearing your next speeches and seeing how you continue to grow as a speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sachin. Well delivered evaluation indeed. Next up, let's call upon Toastmaster Namrata to present her evaluation for the speech delivered by Toastmaster Sachin. Over to you, Toastmaster Namrata.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Durva. Sachin, firstly, what a speech. Like, I was listening to every bit of it. Many congratulations. So very strong and relatable opening hook. And you asked the right question around salary versus worth. And you set up the essence of the speech right from the beginning, that our worth is not defined by numbers or salary, but the value and the purpose we bring. I really liked your analogy of the transition from seed to flower to forest. And that was very visual and it stayed with me. It made me believe in myself that maybe someday I can grow into a forest. We have endless potential. So really, really impactful. Great eye contact. I saw you pause and look at everybody, judge everybody's thought process while you were delivering, which is very hard to do. So kudos on that. And it made me, as an audience, it made me want to engage with your speech all the more. The outcome was very memorable. You spoke about your and your friend's perseverance, about how you earned 5 lakhs after 3 months. So the outcome also stayed with me. Only, honestly, I had a very hard time coming up with this recommendation. But of course, in everything, we have some scope for improvement. So I just felt that when you were sharing a startup story, you might want to go deeper into it a little bit, because I feel it was the most interesting and the most personal part of your speech, right? So I wanted to know more about your startup, and maybe not a lot. I know we have a limited time, but still a little bit around, how in those 3 months
what happened behind the scenes when you acquired your first client, right? So, what kind of challenges and doubts you both faced as a team? Like, we heard all about both of your perseverance, but I did not have a lot of context to tie that perseverance to. So, more around the startup would have definitely help make the outcome more believable. And all in all, you had a very clear purpose. And the best part is that you connected very well to the title. Like we oftentimes we get lost in our trail of thoughts, but you could stick to the purpose through and through. Your message was very memorable that we all, like I said, we all run after numbers, but everything is defined by our worth. And we can only discover our purpose by creating impact in others' lives. So, yes, and really hope that you keep up with the great speech, you keep up with what you're already strong at. And also, I hope that you miss no opportunity to wipe the slate clean and start afresh whenever and wherever it's necessary. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Namrata, for your insightful report. Now, may I invite the timer for the day, guest Aradhya, to present his time structure report. Over to you.
All right. So I think we'll start off with the prepared piece section. The obedience trap by Toastmaster Shruti. The dedicated time was 5 to 7 minutes, and you completed your speech well within time at 4 minutes and 55 seconds. Coming to the next prepared speech, Worthy by Toastmaster Sachin. The dedicated time was again 5 to 7 minutes, and you closed the speech at around 7 minutes 22 seconds. So you use the buffer of 22 seconds, which is well within time because 4:30 to 7:30 is the ideal time. Coming to the table topics for the day. Toastmasters Himanshu, you close your speech in 1 minute 45 seconds. Toastmaster Gitanjali, you close your speech in 1 minute and 54 seconds. Toastmaster Stuti, well within 1 minute, so 56 seconds. Toastmaster Komal, you overshot a time a bit, so you closed your speech in 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Guest Dipesh, very well structured, so 1 minute and 48 seconds. So it was my table topic, so I closed it in 2 minutes 10 seconds. Toastmaster Dhruva, 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Abhijit, 2 minutes 30 seconds. Toastmaster Yudan, 2 minutes and 24 seconds. Coming to the final part, which is the general evaluation. So Toastmaster Sachin, you evaluated Stuti. So you took 2 minutes and 10 seconds. And the time slot was 2 to 3 minutes, so again within time. And TM Namrata, you evaluated Sachin. You took exactly 3 minutes, so close at bang on time. So I think the team persevered to be well within the time frame. So kudos to the team. I'll hand over the stage to Team Luva.
Thank you, guest Aradhya. A very well structured report indeed. Next up, let's invite Toastmaster Yudhan, the grammarian for the day, to present the report for the language usage in this meeting. Over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator of the Day. So let me start by congratulating everyone on a good language usage. And I would like to call out TM Namrata because she was the only one who used both the word of the day a bunch of times. Like I think she used it 5 times and the idiom of the day as well. Apart from that, the other people who used the word of the day, that was perseverance, were TM Gitanjali, TM Komal, and guest Aradhya. Next up, a few good things that I'd like to call out. TM Stuti in her speech mentioned when compliance is rewarded instead of good judgment, curiosity goes to sleep. So that was something which I thought was a very good phrase and very well structured. Then the T mod of the day used words like spearheaded and the advent of technology. which I thought were good words to add to your vocabulary. Then TM Himanshu used the word jubilant. TM Gitanjali also used perseverance. And I think guest Dipesh mentioned profound and multitude. And every failure is a data point. That is something which I'll take back with me, because failure is a thing which comes to everyone once or more than once in their lifetime. So treating it as a data point and looking at it as from the perspective of how I can improve this data metric is the way you can change the game. Next, TM Durwa mentioned dreamy enough. I was dreamy enough to enter college, to enter the corporate world with the mindset of that. And then growth comes from within. Then guest Abhijit mentioned deadlines bound to be met. A few things that were that did not go so well, and a few learning points for a bunch of people and all of us for that matter would be, it was a common theme to misplace tenses. Like if you're speaking about the past, try to adhere your grammar to that. A few examples would be, someone mentioned become wise instead of became wise, did not had instead of did not have, and come to me instead of came to me. So when you're speaking in the past tense, try to stick to that tense only. And one more thing I'd like to call out is, when you are giving a speech or presenting, like we are all here learning to improve our formal communication. So try to avoid using words like gonna. Instead, use going to. That's the more formal way of addressing. And I think these were the two main key takeaways for me from this meeting. And that's the end of my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yudhan. I personally learned a lot from that report, and I think we all did. Next up, let's welcome the R counter for the day, Toastmaster Komal, on the stage to present her report and share her findings. Over to you, Toastmaster Komal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Durva. Now it's time to share my counter report. So today's report is not about our perfection. It is all about our progress, our perseverance, and it's a time to celebrate our progress. So I would like to begin with our first category, who all were flawless speaker today. So I would like to mention the name Toastmaster Shivam. She was flawless. He was flawless. Toastmaster Avijit, Toastmaster Stuti, she was flawless in her speech. Toastmaster Sachin, he was flawless in his speech also. Toastmaster Dhruva, you were flawless when you were delivering your table topic. Now coming to the polished speaker section, who all used less than 5 times or any kind of filler or unnecessary words. So starting with Toastmaster Yudhan, he used 4 times and one repetitive word, which is vocabulary. Coming to Gitanjali, she used 3 times Toastmaster Sachin, in his evaluation section, he used 2 times Toastmaster Namrata, in her evaluation times, she used 2 times Toastmaster Stuti, she used 2 times in her table topic section. Toastmaster Dhruva, she used 2 times in her evaluation section. Now coming to our third category, who is our progress maker, who is learning and growing right now. So coming to Toastmaster Dipesh, he used more than 5 times repetition like of, but, it's, unpleasant. These words he used repeat. He did repetition. Now coming to Toastmaster Adharya, he used more than 5 times Toastmaster Rupa, she used more than 5 times So these all were my report. I would like to appreciate all and every speakers who showed his or her courage and come on the stage. Every speech and every meeting is a chance to learn, grow, and become better version of ourselves. So let's have a huge round of applause for everybody. Now I would like to hand over stage to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Dhuva. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Komal. You truly are an inspiration. Finally, to break the monotony, let's call upon the active listener for the day, Toastmaster Gitanjali, who's here to test us. Over to you, Toastmaster Gitanjali.
Thank you, Luva. Thank you. Okay, so let's start the grill. First question is to our Toastmaster of the day, this TM Shivam. Shivam, you there?
Yes, I'm there. Please.
Okay. Okay. So tell in one word which AI can't replace or change.
Please repeat the question.
Tell me in one word or one statement which AI can't replace or change. Am I audible?
Yes, yes,
Shivam,
Shivam.
Yes, yes.
Human touch.
A very difficult question. Sensitivity.
and I guess
Sensitivity.
okay.
To understand. We can feel. It cannot.
Amazing. Correct. Thank you, TM Shivam.
Didn't expect it that one.
Uh,
Thank you, active listener.
yeah, thank you. TM Rupa, you there?
Yes.
Okay. What is one habit of yours which you desperately want to say no, but you could not for some other reason? Am I audible? TM Rupa?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hesitation.
Sorry.
Yeah, hesitation of starting some like hesitation of doing something first time, like
But let me tell you, you are doing everything great, handling every role in a such a magnificent way. So
thank you.
congrats to you. Yeah. Thank you, TM Rupa. TM Dhruva, do we have? Am I audible, TM Dhruva?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. So what exactly the success actually means to you?
I think success for me means going one step up. I think everybody has a different definition of success. We as corporate employees think, oh, we need to succeed, we need to go into a managerial level. But I think for somebody, for example, a homemaker, success might look like something else. For a travel blogger, success might look something else. So for me, I would say anything that gets you to the next stage is success. And that is how I would define it for myself. Thank you.
Thank you, TM Dhruva. Yeah. Truly, even after seeing you speaking and handling the TM meetings, I truly said like you are succeeding in every fashion. Yeah.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
TM Dipesh, sorry, guest Dipesh.
Yes, Gitanjali.
What are the two qualities a best speaker must have?
I personally can say that I don't have the ability because I'm a bad listener, so I don't know the answer.
No, I'm asking about speaker.
No, is it
Best
this is
speaker.
related to the table topic, right? Somebody said.
No, I'm the active listener. So my question is kind of a making everyone awake about what exactly happened today and related to asking the question related to that. So this is one general question. Simply, I'm just asking what are the two qualities you think a best speaker must have?
I think it's clarity of thought and belief in your conviction in your own thought. Delivery it can tend be taken care of, but clarity and conviction.
Yeah. Yeah. Wonderful, Dipesh. Yeah. Clarity and conviction are the main ingredients behind every speech. Okay. Thank you, Dipesh. Yeah. So that's all from my end. Uh, TM Dhruva, up to you. Yeah.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gitanjali. Now, it's time for my overall evaluation report for this meeting. So let me start with some general recommendations. So the meeting started at 11:40 a.m. Next time, let's try that the meeting starts exactly at 11:30, and if people join, they can join in the mid. I think every meeting should start on time. Next, let's try to limit the usage of script reading, notes reading from the phones or notebooks and make direct eye contact with the audience. I think that leaves a very long lasting impact. Let me come up to the specific feedbacks and evaluations, starting with the Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Rupa. The meeting was opened up with a lot of energy. The applause section was my favorite. The rules were explained very well. One recommendation, you can use hand gestures to denote first rule, second rule, third rule. So that will make your presentation more impactful, and take more pauses so that you can speak more eloquently. Next up, coming to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Vibhanshu, effectively set the context of the meeting, introduce the guests. A very unique approach that he always follows, and I'm truly a big fan of that, is bringing up a new theme to present in his presiding officer report every morning. So kudos to that. Next up, coming to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shivam, with his rather interactive theme, replace, change. He set the example of AI, which is very, very relatable, divided the session into 3 questions. So time spacing, well delivered, keeping the audience hooked. Usage of the screen presenting feature, which was good because it led to the better engagement of the virtual audience as well. Acknowledge the speakers well after they delivered their speeches. One thing that I really liked was the lesson he gave in history. So that presented the dichotomy with between AI in the modern world and the 3 historical revolutions, setting the context really well. One recommendation, it's a very minute one, that memorization of the role player names. I think it'll take the transitions from a 10 on 10 to an 11 on 10. Next up, the speakers, Toastmaster Stuti with her speech on the obedience trap, a very relatable topic for every girl in the room. I think you delivered it really well. Then Toastmaster Sachin with his speech on worthy, engaging the audience through the corporate reliability metaphor and relatability. Headed on to his personal experience as well, very well structured indeed. Next up, coming to the table topic master, Toastmaster Rupa, welcomed all the speakers with a smile as she always does, encouraged the speakers, conducted the session in a really interactive manner. Some recommendations for you. Table topics can be more closely associated to the theme of today, so you can consult with the TMOD before stepping into the meeting. The length of the topics itself, the topic should be self-explanatory so that they can be summed up in three to 4 words. So a takeaway for the next time. And people who have no roles in the meeting, they can be called upon first so that they also have a definite chance to speak. Then coming to the first speech evaluation by Toastmaster Sachin, very well articulated, a perfectly streamlined feedback, followed the commendation approach. So kudos to that. One recommendation for you, while introducing the speaker, kindly memorize the path, level, purpose, and welcome the speaker with an applause. So that's a takeaway for next time. Coming to the second speech evaluation, Toastmaster Namrata perfectly explained the specific aspects of an evaluation report, and in her report highlighted the bright spots, visualized the analogies that were presented, which was very unique, analyzed the body language as well, again followed the CRC approach. So no specific recommendations for you, a job well done for the first time. Then coming to time or guest Aradhya, as a guest, assuming this is his first meeting, well presented report, gave a well structured intro and a very systematic report. So kudos to that. Then grammarian Toastmaster Yudhan very eloquently introduced the role. The word and the idiom were linked to the theme, so that's great. The report was very structurally sound. The word idiom uses, the good uses, not so good uses. And he divided his recommendations into 2 key takeaways for not so good users, so that was pretty unique. Then for our counter, Toastmaster Komal, she effectively categorized the speakers into 3 categories: flawless, polished, and progress maker, based on the word count. So that was something really unique. Then coming to Toastmaster Gitanjali, the active listener of the day, Started off with energy, conducted a really interactive session. Some recommendations to her. The question should be specific to the content that was presented in the meeting, so we should avoid any outside perspectives. Secondly, instead of calling out individual volunteers, you can open the stage for people to volunteer on their own. So that will make the session more interactive and will also keep it within time. One common feedback to all the Aux role players. I know that the roles can get a little monotonous sometimes, but we can definitely explore ways to make it more engaging as we grow. So that's my common feedback. Finally, let's continue encouraging one another with lots and lots of applauses and active participation because that is what makes the meeting truly exciting. At last, I would like to conclude by saying that the most important evaluator you will ever find is yourself. Because after all, no one knows your aspirations, your strengths, and your weaknesses better than you do. And the day we all become honest evaluators of our own lives, that is the day that growth stops being accidental and truly becomes exceptional. With that, I would like to hand over the mic and the stage to the presiding officer, Toastmaster Vivanshu. Oh, you still okay. So to the team mod, Toastmaster Shiva. Thank you.
Ah, thank you, General Evaluator, for such a descriptive way to re-navigate it as we are in this journey to become a good public speaker. Now, as I was saying, in the big picture, it is not going to be the case that we are going to be replaced. It is going to be the case that traditional jobs being replaced by newer ones. And the newer ones will include those who will use the AI to get things done. It will include those who takes the ownership and get things done. Just think about it. We cannot give ownership to a machine. And especially in those cases where lives of people are involved. Also, in the newer jobs, it will include those people who can take the challenge face to face, think critically, and come up with an innovative solution that the AI, which is trained on historical data, cannot. And this, my dear friends, were my observation and take on how we are going to adapt this. My take is more like we are going to adapt to the changes and prevail. With that being said, I hand over the stage to the presiding officer. Presiding officer, Toastmaster Vivanshu, over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shivam. What a great meeting. I saw that everybody was doing their duty perfectly. Before we conclude, I know there are some guests and we need to hear from them their experience. So I will invite guest Aradhya to come on the stage. Before that, just one thing I would like to share. I have shared the voting form in our guest group, so kindly vote to your favorite role players. Now I will invite guest Aradhya to come on the stage. All right, before you share your experience, just I have one question while you are sharing your experience.
Yeah.
What is one takeaway which you will carry with you? What do you?
All right. I think one takeaway that I would carry with me after this meeting is that um, growth is something that is, we're going to get only if once we step out of the comfort zone. I think we've seen a lot of speakers who might not have started like they are right now, but I think slowly and steadily, if we have concentrated effort, we can definitely be at a position that we aspire to be. I think that is one takeaway. Creating this safe environment is something that is very essential for us to, be out there and actually in the actual world to succeed. So I think this is one of the takeaways. I think in terms of the feedback, I've been a part of a couple of Toastmasters club in Gurgaon. So I think what we can do is in terms of starting, it can be, as you also said, could be on time. Maybe in the real estate, could have had a better room or a bigger one because there were a lot of issues, when people were coming to the stage. So I think these are some of the things that we can take care of. But in terms of the content and the people and the roles, I think most of it was on point and at par with other clubs as well. So I think this is my take, my 2 cents on the meeting. I think I'll invite other guests to be a part and speak.
Thank you so much for sharing your experience and hoping to see you in the next meeting show. Now we have some online guest, guest Abhijit.
Is it the one which who is on stage? Is it Yuvraj?
My name is Vibhanshu.
Vibhanshu. Okay, fair enough.
So can you please share your little intro and experience?
Okay, so this is just to tell you, this is not the first time I'm attending a meeting at Eloquent Toastmasters Club. Probably this is the fourth time. It's been all online so far. But just a bit about myself. I'm dialing in from Noida. I've been a Toastmaster for the last 10 years now and still counting. Two-time distinguished Toastmaster already. Last time served as an area director in District 124 in Noida. Very much an active member in District 224 at the moment. And I have had my opportunities to come over and attend Eloquent Toastmasters on Saturday mornings. However, the only thing that is still left over is to come over all the way from Noida to Gurgaon to attend the physical version of it. So I'm kind of looking forward to it, but when and how, that still remains unanswered. But I'll eventually make it to Eloquent Toastmasters. And this statement, why it comes from me at this point, is that the club really has some good quality. It has good talent. I've seen a lot of clubs, specifically having hybrid meetings, struggling to really conduct good quality ones because of the struggles and challenges on both sides. But Eloquent does it really well, and you can have everybody, all the members of the club can have a pat on the back and praise yourself. I would definitely come over to your club meeting one day in the physical format, and I really look forward to one. Thank you so much, everyone.
All right, and hoping to see you during the next meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we have guest Dipesh. Can you please share your experience and little intro?
Just like Abhijit, this is not the first time I'm attending Eloquent. I've attended this club plenty of times, not physically, virtually. And there used to be times when the meetings used to be conducted online. So, yes, I do love coming here and the enthusiasm, the energy. I see a lot of people are new. A lot of old Toastmasters are not there, as it seems they have a lot of Toastmasters have changed. But I love the energy, enthusiasm, and the way meetings are being conducted. That's pretty much I have to say. Nothing else.
Thank you so much for sharing your experience. Give me a second.
Four. Four.
This was back. I think everybody has introduced themselves. Is there anybody left? Yeah, I have shared the voting form. I hope everybody has voted.
Yes.
Let me check. Till now, 8 people has voted. Oh, we have like 13. So can anyone can anyone guess best Ox rule player?
Toastmaster Yudan.
Yes, Toastmaster Yudan for Bengali. We should have some photos. I forget to take photos. I was listening speeches.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, best role player. Yes. Toastmaster Shivam.
Wait a second. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Best speaker.
I think they both were great. Yeah.
Very hard.
Yes.
Should be that. Yeah.
Toastmaster Sachin.
Oh.
Thank you. Now, best speech evaluator. Toastmaster Namrata. Now, the table topic speaker. Let's see who is the one. Lot of competition. Guess who can be? She's not the one. Not the Dipesh. Guest Abhijit.
Oh. I'm not able to.
1 second. Abhijit, can you come on the camera? Switch on the camera, please. I think he's not there.
He's on mute, I think.
Abhijit, are you there?
No.
I think he's not available, maybe. Alright, let's skip that. So let's have some photos and Zoom fee.
This right? No pen. Yeah, that's what. How can I do this? This.
It is on Spotlight.
Gallery view होगा. Top right.
This one.
हाँ. Gallery. Yeah.
Yeah, it is one now.
Yeah.
Toastmaster Komal, can you please click some Zoom photo?
Let's just come over there.
Screenshot.
Everybody, can you turn on? Toastmaster Abhijit, are you there?
No.
He is not there actually.
Okay.
लोग बैठे थे तो it's fine.
Some people can
हाँ,
use that.
You can use that.
Some people
camera.
can use that camera and stay sitting, and some can come here.
Yes.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Stuti.
Done.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you everyone for joining today's meeting. It was
Have a
such a great meeting and hoping to see you in the next meeting. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a great day. Thank you.
Great.